Outside, the uncertain smile of the late summer sun played on the Reserve Bank building in Pretoria. Inside, Gill Marcus with what economists called the biggest certainty of the year.
The risks to the inflation outlook are on the upside. However, these risks and underlying pressures are mainly of a cost-push nature. In the light of the above, the MPC has decided to keep the repo rate unchanged at 5.5% per annum for the time being. Given the significant upside risks to the inflation outlook, the MPC will closely monitor any indications of second-round effects on inflation emanating from these cost pressures.
One of the big headaches for the Reserve Bank has been the oil price. When it set inflation targets, it was on the assumption that oil would be at $90 a barrel. But by the last MPC decision on January the 20th, oil was trading at $97.50. Unrest in North Africa has sent the price soaring. So on the eve of this decision, the price had climbed to $115.
At this point in time, I don't think anybody really knows what's going to happen to the oil price. We obviously have looked at, and in terms of our numbers, put in the numbers that we anticipate at this point in time. So it's within our forecast. We have put in increased numbers for oil, and this is the outcome of our forecast. Obviously, what we're saying is that this is a huge risk.
The question was, if oil continued to drive up inflation this year, would it not force an interest rate change sooner rather than later?
Not at all. I'm saying very clearly at this point in time, the data on the table, and we're very clear that at the moment it will be, for us, appropriate to hold rates where they are. What you want to speculate with and what conditions there are, we watch the data and we will then look at the data and decide if it is appropriate to raise interest rates.
But if I may clarify, I mean, what would need to happen?
No, you're asking me to speculate with you, and I'm not willing to do that.
The next meeting in May could shed more light.
So unchanged yet again. There is some talk that we may see an interest rate hike in the fourth quarter, but many economists agree we're unlikely to see a change this year.